Welcome in, and today I'll discuss and explain to you the stats between the alt changes, buffs, and nerfs since Season 0. Here are the categories: tanks, DPS, supports, commonly agreed upon dive characters. I'll first list the buffs for, let's say, tank, then I'll go into the nerfs, then I'll list how many buffs and nerfs there are, how much the buffs equal. Let's say there's a 1000 increase but a 600 decrease from Season 0, then I'll minus those two together and say, oh, their alt charge has decreased since Season 0 by this amount or increase in Season 0 compared to this amount. Then I would say for tanks, 13 characters divided by that finishing number of how much it increased and decreased by. And I would say it's about 70-ish less alt charge per tank. If that makes sense, let's continue. For tanks, Captain America reduced the energy cost of releasing Freedom Charge from 3,400 to 3,100. Cap again from 3,100 to 2,800. Strange, 3,400 to 3,100. Emma, 3,700 to 3,400. Venom, 2,800 to 2,500. For the nerfs, Captain America, 2,800, 3,100. Mag, 3,100 to 3,400. For a total of 5 buffs, 2 nerfs. Buffs equal 1,500. Nerfs equal 600. For a net of minus 900 alt charge in total. Divided among 13 tanks, that's about 69.23 less alt charge per tank since Season 0. For DPS, Hawkeye, 3,700 to 3,100. Magic, 3,700 to 3,400. Punisher, 3,700 to 3,400. Star-Lord, 3,400 to 3,100. Wolverine, 3,400 to 2,800. For the nerfs, Torch, 3,400 to 4,000. Iron Man, 2,800 to 3,400. Mr. Fantastic, 2,800 to 3,400. Psylocke, 2,800 to 3,400. Punisher, 3,400 to 3,700. Star-Lord, 3,100 to 3,400. Storm, 3,100 to 3,400. Wolverine, 2,800 to 3,400. For a total of 5 buffs, 8 nerfs. Buffs equal 2,100. Nerfs equal 3,900. To a net of 1,800 alt increase per overall, but per 25 DPS characters, that equals 72 alt increase per character. For supports, buffs, Adam, 5,000 to 4,700. Adam again, 4,700 to 4,500. For the nerfs, Cloak and Dagger, 3,400 to 4,000. C&D again, 4,000 to 4,300. Cloak and Dagger again, 4,300, 4,500. Gambit, 4,300 to 4,500. Invis, 4,000 to 4,300. Invis again, 4,300 to 4,500. Jeff, 4,000 to 4,500. Loki, 3,400 to 4,000. Loki again, 4,000 to 4,300. Luna, 4,000 to 4,500. Luna again, 4,500 to 5,000. Mantis, 3,700 to 4,300. Rocket, 4,700 to 4,000. Rocket again, 4,000 to 4,300. Ultron, 3,400 to 3,700. For a total of 2 buffs, 15 nerfs. Buffs equal 500. Nerfs equal 5,700 to a net of 5,200 more charge overall, and divided among 12 supports, that's a 433.33 repeating charge increase per character. For dive characters now, Magic, 3,700 to 3,400. Nerfs, Psylocke, 2,800 to 3,400. 1 buff, 1 nerf. Buffs equal 300, nerfs equal 600. To a net of 300 increase alt charge, that's about a 42.857 alt increase per dive character. And here is the graph, which you can see, I mean, support is way up there, tank is actually in the negatives. It actually costs less alt charge since Season 0 to now for tanks, not including the global 20% alt increase for all roles and everyone else, but you can see just purely on numbers, just in everything, not just in total nerfs and buffs, but actually getting into the nerfs and buffs, you can definitely see supports have definitely, with their 2 buffs and 15 nerfs for 433.33 increase in alt charge since Season 0 per character. Meanwhile, dives an increase about 43. DPS about an increase of 72. Tank a decrease by 69. I mean, other than this is another reason why supports, aren't being bandered to. There are a lot more DPS and tank alts season by season, making support less and less impactful, so they aren't winning you games nerfs anymore, at least to a larger extent. It's less and less every season. I mean, let's just do this calculation, this one calculation right here, just of DPS and supports. How often are, you know, DPS getting their ults compared to support compared to the new calculations? I mean, if you minus how much DPS get their ults compared to supports, there is a gap of around 361.33 repeating more ult charge per character compared to support. And if you want to get to like the percentage, supports have gotten 6 times as many ult nerfs as DPS, aka 6 times less ults compared to DPS. 6 times less impact. But I know a lot of people will still sit here and say supports get their ult every second in DPS and everyone else, you know, isn't a problem. But I know this is a very short video, but it's straight to the point. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video. See ya.